My beloved soul, listen carefully. Why is God not protecting your family right now? The truth will shake your soul. Something dangerous is happening around your family right now. Heaven has been trying to warn you for weeks. But distractions kept covering your eyes. This is not a random message. This is a divine interruption. God is exposing a hidden truth before more damage happens. If you truly love your family, stay until the end. Because what you are about to hear may completely change the spiritual atmosphere around your home. Before we begin, obey this instruction right now. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. Type, "God protect my family," in the comments. This activates your agreement with this prayer. And listen carefully. There is a special blessing connected to the QR code on your screen right now. Scan the QR code on screen and sow your $20 faith seed today. The link is also in the description and pinned comment. Do not ignore this moment. Many people testified that after giving their seed, heavy spiritual attacks suddenly broke from their homes. My beloved soul, God showed me that some families are suffering because they opened doors they never closed. Some people invited darkness through compromise. Others allowed bitterness to stay too long. And now the enemy is feeding on the weakness inside the house. God never abandoned your family. Never. But heaven cannot fully protect what constantly rejects divine correction. This is the painful truth. Many people cry for protection while secretly entertaining destruction. They pray publicly, but disobey privately. And slowly the spiritual covering becomes weaker. My beloved soul, God is not punishing you because He hates you. He is exposing this because He loves you deeply. There are conversations happening in your home that grieve the Spirit of God. There are habits destroying peace. There are silent sins nobody talks about. And the enemy noticed it before you did. Dangerous doors opened. Quietly. Slowly. Spiritually. God showed me a family smiling outside while secretly collapsing inside. Everyone acted normal. But spiritual exhaustion filled every room. Constant arguments appeared without reason. Financial pressure increased suddenly. Fear entered the children. Anxiety entered the parents. Sleep became difficult. Peace disappeared. And nobody understood why. My beloved soul, these are not always natural attacks. Sometimes spiritual warfare hides behind ordinary problems. The enemy studies weakness carefully. He waits patiently. Then he attacks what matters most. Your family. Your peace. Your future. But hear this clearly. God still wants to restore everything. He still wants to protect your home. He still wants to break every curse rising against your bloodline. However, restoration requires obedience. Heaven responds to surrender. Not pride. Not stubbornness. Not hidden rebellion. My beloved soul, some people keep asking God for miracles while refusing to remove toxic darkness from their lives. God sees everything. He sees secret conversations. He sees hidden addictions. He sees unforgiveness growing quietly inside hearts. And He is saying enough is enough. This is your warning moment. Right now. Today. Before destruction grows deeper. The enemy wants division inside your family because divided homes become spiritually vulnerable. Satan fears united families. He fears prayer inside the home. He fears parents blessing their children. He fears worship filling rooms. That is why attacks increased lately. Because heaven has a purpose over your family. A powerful one. And darkness is terrified of it. My beloved soul, God showed me that someone listening lost spiritual discipline months ago. Prayer became shorter. Worship became weaker. The Bible stayed closed longer. And slowly spiritual sensitivity disappeared. The enemy celebrated that distance. Because disconnected souls become easier to attack. But heaven brought you here tonight for a reason. God is calling you back before things worsen. Listen carefully. This message is urgent. Very urgent. Some people around your family are carrying wrong spirits. Not everyone smiling near you loves your peace. Some people secretly enjoy your struggles. Others speak negativity over your home while pretending friendship. And these spiritual attacks travel through words, jealousy, manipulation, and hidden hatred. My beloved soul, protect your atmosphere carefully. Stop allowing darkness easy access to your peace. God never asked you to entertain toxic energy. He asked you to guard your household spiritually. The battle is deeper than you think. And time is shorter than you realize. Right now, pause for a moment and obey this instruction. If this message is speaking directly to your spirit, scan the QR code on screen immediately. Sow your $20 faith seed today. The link is waiting in the description and pinned comment. Do not delay obedience. Some breakthroughs are connected to immediate action. My beloved soul, God showed me tears falling silently inside your house. Someone feels emotionally exhausted. Someone feels spiritually abandoned. Someone cries privately at night while pretending strength during the day. But hear the voice of heaven clearly now. God has not forgotten your family. He is exposing the attack because deliverance is beginning. This shaking is not permanent. This storm is not your ending. But changes must happen now. Not later. God is asking you to remove certain influences from your life. Some relationships are poisoning your spiritual atmosphere. Some entertainment is feeding darkness slowly. Some environments are draining peace from your soul. And heaven is saying separate yourself before deeper damage comes. My beloved soul, many families ignore small compromises until they become major spiritual disasters. That is why this warning matters so much. God corrects before He restores. He exposes before He heals. And today He is revealing hidden cracks inside your household because He still wants to save your future. Listen carefully to this next part. God showed me generational pain moving through families for years. Divorce. Addiction. Poverty. Anger. Fear. Depression. Constant chaos. These patterns did not begin with you. But heaven wants them to end with you. This is why the attacks became stronger recently. Because your obedience threatens generations of darkness. The enemy knows your family carries potential. He knows restoration is possible. He knows blessings are near. And that terrifies hell. My beloved soul, stop speaking death over your household. Your words carry spiritual power. Stop saying your family will never change. Stop declaring hopelessness. Stop agreeing with fear. Heaven responds to faith-filled words. Even broken homes can recover when God enters fully. Even wounded families can heal through surrender. Even impossible situations can transform overnight through divine intervention. But you must believe again. Believe deeply. Believe completely. God is waiting for your trust. Right now heaven is asking you one serious question. Will you continue ignoring the warnings, or will you finally surrender everything completely to God? Because partial obedience cannot produce full protection. Half surrender leaves open doors. And open doors invite spiritual attacks. My beloved soul, this message is not here to scare you. It is here to wake you up before greater pain arrives. God is still protecting your family in ways you cannot even see. Some accidents were blocked already. Some betrayals were exposed already. Some disasters almost happened. But heaven stopped them quietly. And still you survived. That was not luck. That was mercy. Pure mercy. But stronger covering comes through deeper obedience. God wants your household fully aligned again. Prayer must return. Unity must return. Forgiveness must return. Holiness must return. Because when a family truly returns to God, darkness begins losing authority immediately. My beloved soul, I need you to stay focused because what God revealed next shook me deeply. My beloved soul, what God revealed next was terrifying and heartbreaking at the same time. Heaven showed me families crying for miracles while secretly feeding the very darkness destroying their peace. Many people want protection without transformation. They want blessings without obedience. They want breakthrough without surrender. But spiritual laws cannot be ignored forever. God is merciful. Extremely merciful. Yet when warning after warning gets rejected, spiritual consequences begin appearing slowly inside the home. First comes confusion. Then emotional distance. Then strange tension. Then financial pressure. Then fear. And suddenly the entire household feels spiritually heavy without understanding why. My beloved soul, the enemy never attacks loudly in the beginning. He enters quietly. Through compromise. Through bitterness. Through pride. Through disobedience nobody thinks matters anymore. That is why heaven sent this message urgently tonight. God is trying to stop a deeper collapse before it happens. Listen carefully. Someone inside your family has been carrying hidden anger for years. They smile outside. But internally they are exhausted and wounded. That pain opened a spiritual crack. And darkness started entering through emotional brokenness. God showed me a mother silently crying in the bathroom after everyone sleeps. I saw a father carrying pressure nobody understands. I saw children feeling emotionally disconnected while pretending everything is fine. My beloved soul, heaven sees every silent tear. Every hidden fear. Every lonely night. God sees what nobody else notices. And He is saying your family is not beyond restoration. But changes must happen immediately. Dangerous patterns must break now. Not next month. Not someday. Now. The atmosphere around your home can still change. But obedience is the key. God is asking your family to return fully before the enemy steals more peace. Because some attacks happening right now were never supposed to reach your house. The enemy gained access through repeated compromise. Through ignored convictions. Through spiritual laziness. My beloved soul, hear this carefully. Prayerlessness weakens spiritual walls around families. When nobody prays consistently anymore, darkness becomes bolder. When worship disappears from the home, fear grows stronger. When nobody speaks life anymore, negativity spreads rapidly. And this is exactly what hell wants. A silent house. A disconnected family. A spiritually asleep household. But God is interrupting that darkness tonight. Heaven is sounding the alarm before more damage happens. This is not coincidence. This is divine mercy speaking directly to your soul. Right now, if you feel the Spirit touching your heart, obey this instruction immediately. Scan the QR code on your screen and sow your $20 faith seed today. The link is also waiting in the description and pinned comment. Do not delay obedience. Many people ignore divine moments, then wonder why breakthrough keeps delaying. My beloved soul, God showed me something painful. Some families are suffering because they normalized dysfunction for too long. Constant arguing became normal. Disrespect became normal. Cold silence became normal. Spiritual distance became normal. And slowly darkness settled inside the atmosphere like poison nobody noticed. But heaven refuses to stay silent anymore. God loves your family too much to let destruction continue unchecked. Listen carefully to this next warning. Someone around your household is spiritually draining your peace intentionally. They smile near you while carrying hidden jealousy against your family. Their words sound friendly. But their spirit carries bitterness. And every time they enter your atmosphere, confusion increases afterward. My beloved soul, not every connection is sent by God. Some people enter your life carrying spiritual contamination. That is why discernment matters now more than ever before. God is asking you to protect your environment carefully. Protect your children carefully. Protect your marriage carefully. Protect your spiritual atmosphere carefully. Because the enemy attacks what carries purpose. And your family carries purpose from heaven. A powerful one. That is why warfare increased lately. Hell does not attack empty destinies. It attacks anointed futures. My beloved soul, God showed me many people listening right now feel spiritually tired. You prayed before. You believed before. You trusted God before. But repeated battles weakened your faith slowly. And now part of you wonders whether heaven still hears your cries. Listen carefully. God hears every prayer whispered through tears. Every single one. Even the prayers you could not finish because pain became too heavy. Heaven recorded them all. And deliverance is still possible for your family. But God is demanding honesty now. No more pretending. No more hiding secret struggles. No more acting spiritually strong while spiritually dying inside. Heaven wants complete surrender. Completely. My beloved soul, someone listening has allowed fear to control their home recently. Fear about money. Fear about sickness. Fear about the future. Fear about losing loved ones. And that fear opened emotional doors darkness started using. But hear this clearly tonight. Fear is not your inheritance. God did not create your family to live trapped in constant anxiety. He created your household for peace, unity, and spiritual authority. Yet authority only grows through alignment with God. That is why this message feels intense. Because heaven is trying to realign your family before deeper destruction forms. God showed me children being spiritually affected by environments filled with anger and negativity. Children absorb atmospheres deeply. They feel tension adults try hiding. And when darkness controls the atmosphere too long, emotional wounds begin forming early. My beloved soul, your family needs healing urgently. Real healing. Spiritual healing. emotional healing, generational healing. And God is still willing to restore everything the enemy tried stealing. But somebody inside the house must rise spiritually first. Somebody must pray again. Somebody must break the cycle. Somebody must stand between heaven and their family through obedience. Maybe that person is you. Maybe heaven brought you here because your prayers will change your entire bloodline forever. Listen carefully. This is serious. God showed me a spiritual battle happening late at night around many families. Sleeplessness increased recently for a reason. Strange heaviness increased for a reason. Sudden discouragement increased for a reason. The enemy attacks minds first because broken minds create broken households. But tonight heaven is exposing those attacks openly. My beloved soul, darkness loses power when exposed by truth. And God is shining light into hidden places right now. He is revealing what was hidden. He is exposing what was ignored. He is confronting what people avoided for too long. Because your family matters deeply to heaven. Right now pause for a moment and obey this instruction carefully. If this message confirms what your spirit already felt, scan the QR code on screen right now and sow your $20 faith seed. The link is waiting in the description and pinned comment. This is not just giving. This is an act of spiritual agreement with restoration over your household. My beloved soul, heaven showed me some people listening almost gave up emotionally. You became tired of fighting constant battles. Tired of carrying everyone's pain. Tired of watching your family struggle repeatedly. And secretly you asked God why protection seemed delayed. But hear this clearly tonight. Delay does not mean abandonment. Silence does not mean absence. God has been working behind scenes you cannot yet see. Some attacks were blocked already without your knowledge. Some betrayals were exposed before they destroyed your home. Some accidents almost happened but heaven intervened quietly. God protected your family more times than you realize. But now heaven is asking for deeper cooperation. Because protection increases where obedience increases. My beloved soul, revival can still enter your home. Peace can still return. Love can still return. Unity can still return. But spiritual passivity must end first. Your family cannot survive spiritually asleep anymore. This is the season to wake up completely. Pray boldly again. Worship deeply again. Speak life again. Remove darkness again. Trust God again. Because heaven is preparing to break something heavy over your bloodline. And what God showed me next about your family's future nearly brought me to tears. My beloved soul, what God revealed next about your family's future was powerful beyond words. Heaven showed me that the attacks against your household were never only about the present moment. The enemy was targeting generations. He wanted to weaken your bloodline before your future blessings arrived. Because Satan knows something many people around you still do not understand. Your family carries a rare calling from God. A calling connected to restoration, influence, healing, and breakthrough. And darkness became desperate trying to stop it before its full manifestation. But listen carefully tonight. The enemy failed. Completely failed. Because God is still standing over your household like a mighty shield. Even during your weakest seasons, heaven never abandoned you. Even when your family made mistakes, mercy continued covering dangers you never saw. My beloved soul, God showed me chains beginning to break spiritually around your bloodline right now. Generational fear is breaking. Generational poverty is breaking. Generational addiction is breaking. Generational confusion is breaking. The cycle ends here. With you. Heaven chose this moment to interrupt years of hidden warfare against your family. That is why this message reached you today instead of someone else. This was divine timing. Divine protection. Divine warning. And divine restoration. Listen carefully. God is asking you to become spiritually bold again. Stop allowing negativity to dominate your atmosphere. Stop speaking defeat over your future. Stop expecting disaster constantly. The enemy feeds on hopelessness. But faith terrifies darkness. Even small faith creates massive spiritual movement in heaven. My beloved soul, I saw angels surrounding homes where families returned sincerely to God. I saw peace entering rooms that carried heaviness for years. I saw marriages healing unexpectedly. I saw financial doors opening suddenly. I saw children becoming emotionally restored. And heaven said this can happen for your family too. But somebody must choose obedience first. Somebody must stop delaying surrender. Somebody must become spiritually serious again. Maybe this message was sent because God chose you to lead your family back toward divine covering. My beloved soul, hear this carefully. God is not asking for perfection. He is asking for sincerity. He is asking for repentance. He is asking for trust. Because heaven can rebuild what darkness damaged. God specializes in restoration. He restores broken homes. He restores wounded hearts. He restores disconnected families. He restores peace where chaos once lived. And tonight heaven is opening that restoration door for your household again. But do not ignore this moment. Moments like this are rare. Many people feel conviction from God, then return immediately to distractions. Do not let that happen tonight. Protect this spiritual moment carefully. Right now, if your spirit feels this message deeply, obey immediately. Scan the QR code on your screen and sow your $20 faith seed today. The link is also waiting in the description and pinned comment. This act is not about money alone. It is about agreement with restoration, protection, and breakthrough over your family. Many testimonies came after simple acts of obedience during spiritual warnings like this. My beloved soul, God showed me somebody listening feels guilty about past mistakes involving their family. You regret certain decisions deeply. You wish you could undo painful moments. And secretly you fear God may never fully trust you again. But hear this clearly. Grace is still available. Mercy is still flowing. Heaven still wants your restoration. Your past failure does not cancel God's future purpose over your family. The enemy wants you trapped in shame because shame keeps people spiritually inactive. But God is calling you forward, not backward. Forward into healing. Forward into wisdom. Forward into divine protection. My beloved soul, the atmosphere around your home can completely change after tonight. But consistency matters now. Continue praying even when emotions feel weak. Continue trusting even when answers seem delayed. Continue speaking life even when circumstances look difficult. Because spiritual victories often begin invisibly before they become visible physically. God is already moving behind scenes for your household. Even now. Even tonight. I saw heaven restoring something the enemy tried stealing for years. I saw emotional peace returning slowly into homes filled with tension. I saw family members reconciling after long separation. I saw chains breaking during prayer inside ordinary rooms. And heaven said your family is not forgotten. Your family is marked for restoration. But stay spiritually alert after this message. Because the enemy will try distracting you again immediately. He will send discouragement. He will send negativity. He will send emotional exhaustion. Why? Because darkness fears transformed families. A family united with God becomes spiritually dangerous against hell's plans. My beloved soul, never underestimate the power of one obedient person inside a household. One praying person can shift atmospheres. One surrendered person can break generational cycles. One faithful person can invite divine protection over an entire family. And heaven may have chosen you for that assignment. Do not run from it. Accept it boldly. Because your obedience today may protect generations tomorrow. Listen carefully now because this final instruction matters deeply. Remove darkness from your atmosphere after this message ends. Pray over your home tonight. Speak blessings over your children tonight. Release forgiveness tonight. Worship God tonight. And refuse to allow fear control over your household anymore. Heaven is fighting for your family even now. My beloved soul, if this message touched your spirit deeply, do not leave silently. Like this video right now and subscribe to this channel for more prophetic warnings and divine encouragement. Type, "My family belongs to God," in the comments as your declaration of faith. And before you leave, obey this final instruction carefully. Scan the QR code on screen and sow your $20 faith seed today. The link is also available in the description and pinned comment. Stand in agreement with heaven for protection, restoration, healing, and breakthrough over your household. Your obedience tonight may unlock the very miracle your family has been waiting for.